Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for WENY News at noon. I'm Logan Wilson. Finn Academy has chosen a location for Elmira's first charter school. And that location is 301 Demarest Parkway, the former Our Lady of Lourdes School. The school will require some renovations before classes start to meet the New York Education Department's requirements, but it will be ready for the kindergarten through third grade students who will enroll for the Academy's first year. Martina Baker, the chair of the Board of Trustees, said they had issues with other locations, but they couldn't be happier to announce Finn Academy's new home.
A space was too small, a space was too big, there was no green space, there was no place to go up, no place to go out, not easy to renovate the space. Yet we embraced these constraints as opportunities and couldn't be more thrilled with the opportunity to locate in this beautiful, historic, and well-loved school.
As of today, 137 students have already enrolled at Finn Academy. The Board of Trustees hopes to enroll 180 total students before school starts. So let's go ahead and check in with Craig Flint with his first warning weather forecast. Craig, how are things out there?
Hey there, Logan. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, everyone. The breeze is starting to freshen a little bit here this afternoon. As we head through the afternoon hours, I do anticipate the wind to pick up, and that's going to usher in some much colder air. A little bit of snow at times as we head through the afternoon. First warning Doppler radar. We actually had some intense snow squalls earlier this morning. You see those darker blue splotches that moved through Owego and Bradford County. There was actually a little bit of thunder and lightning with that this morning, if you could believe that. That is now settling to the south, and the snow shower activity becomes scattered. However, I can't rule out a brief squall this afternoon, especially as a second Arctic front moves through. Holding steady in the 20s and will be near 20 at 3, but teens by 6 and 10 at 9. Temperatures really plummet tonight, as do wind chills. I've got specific information on how cold it gets, plus a wind chill warning to tell you about. That's coming up in my full first warning forecast in just a bit. Logan?
Thank you, Craig. A liquefied petroleum gas storage facility at the shores of Seneca Lake will be debated at a news conference today. The issues conference started at 10 o'clock this morning at the Holiday Inn Express in Horseheads. Before the conference started, arguments will be heard from parties opposed to the Crestwood Midstream LPG storage at Seneca Lake. Several groups, including the Seneca Lake Pure Waters Association and Gas Free Seneca, will argue why a permit should not be issued for LPG storage at Seneca Lake. Stay with WENY News for updates on this story. A man is in custody after police found meth-making materials in his home in Wellsburg. New York State Police were originally called to the Bel Air Mobile Home Park in Wellsburg for a domestic dispute Wednesday afternoon, but upon entering trailer 223, police found materials used to make meth. From there, they took 33-year-old Andrew Strock into custody. Police say his wife and 12-year-old daughter were released. The New York State CSERT team was called in to clear the area. For more than an hour, a crew dressed in hazmat suits went in and out of the home, collecting many pieces of evidence. The Wellsburg Fire Department and EMTs were on scene as a precaution. The Horseheads Police Department and the New York State Police are still investigating the death of an infant child. Police say the incident happened yesterday at this home. The infant's body has been taken to the Monroe County Medical Examiner's office. No other information is being released at this time. WENY will keep you posted with any new details as we get them in. A Utica man accused of killing 3 of his relatives has been found mentally incompetent for trial. 21-year-old Paul Balumbo is being held in a secure psychiatric facility for treatment. Oneonta Court Judge Michael Dwyer announced yesterday that Bombalo will be reevaluated after a year of treatment to determine if he's fit for trial. Bombalo is charged with murder for the deaths of his sister, adoptive mother, and uncle. Police say they were stabbed to death in their home back on January 7th. This morning, President Obama could be preparing to use his veto powers for the first time against the new Republican-led Congress. On Wednesday, the House passed a final version of a bill authorizing the construction of the Keystone XL pipeline. The pipeline would carry crude oil from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. Environmentalists have been against its construction. Republicans say the project will create new jobs. The president has said before he will veto the bill because the State Department is still reviewing the impact of the project. He has 10 days to decide. The Senate is expected to confirm a new defense secretary today. Ashton Carter was nominated and is likely to be voted in. The Philadelphia native would replace current Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel. Carter served as the Pentagon's second-ranking official from 2011 to 2013. Staying with Philadelphia news, Philadelphia has been picked to host the 2016 Democratic National Convention. DNC Chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz made the announcement this morning. Additional details on the convention structure, host committee, and staff are not available yet. Philadelphia Mayor Michael Nutter says the city of Philadelphia is excited and honored to be selected as the host city. The 2016 Democratic National Convention will be the week of July 25th, 2016. And some unusual street signs are making people take notice in Hayward, California. One sign says 35. It's not a speed limit, it's a suggestion. It's a speed limit, not a suggestion. Another says heads up, cross the street, then update Facebook.
We want people to do a double take, to pay attention, to get that message.
The city says most drivers don't pay attention to street signs, so any reaction, positive or negative, is a victory. Coming up, President Obama has asked Congress to formally authorize the use of military force against ISIS. When we come back, we'll have an update on what lawmakers think about the authorization, and Craig Flint will be back with your first warning weather forecast. But first, let's take a live look at downtown Corning with our Crystal City Skycam. Stay with us right here on WENY News at noon.